My name is Jerry Gill. Today is August 25th, 2010. I'm visiting with Jamie Dunn here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. This interview is for the O State Shores project of the Oklahoma Oral History Research Program. Ms. Dunn, thank you for taking time to visit with us this afternoon. We appreciate it very much. Ms. Dunn, your family's got a proud OSU tradition of Oklahoma A&M and Oklahoma State University. Beginning with your mother, Gay Albright Clark.
Right.
5 generations of your family have attended Oklahoma State University.
Yeah.
And I understand that your great-grandson Matthew is in school at OSU right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Isn't that wonderful? 5 generations. Is that a source of pride for you?
I'm real happy about that.
Okay. Well, could we maybe start a little bit and talk about your mother? Is that okay? Ask you a few questions about her.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, where did she grow up?
She grew up at Perkins, Oklahoma.
Big town south of here?
Yes.
Okay.
On a farm.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to Oklahoma State University and became a teacher.
Okay.
Oklahoma A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma A&M.
But
Yeah,
slash Oklahoma State, that's right. So she grew up on a farm. Did she have some brothers and sisters?
yeah, she had 3 brothers and 4 sisters.
So she learned about discipline and hard work and.
Well, you bet.
What do you remember? What year she was born?
Ooh, I don't remember.
1893.
When?
1893.
1893.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And do you remember a little bit about her? Did she ever tell you stories about her early life, about her mom and dad? Did they, other than on the farm, did they work outside of the home and outside the farm?
No.
Okay. Did they farm? They had a quarter section farm, did they, around Perkins?
Yes. That's
Okay.
right.
Tell them about Grandpa being the county commissioner.
What?
Grandpa Albright was county commissioner for that area.
Yeah, he was county commissioner.
This was your mother's dad was county
Right.
commissioner?
My grandfather
Your
was the
grandfather.
county commissioner.
Uh-huh.
And my grandmother had been a teacher.
She was also half Indian.
Okay. Well, thank you. So did she attend high school at Perkins High School or?
No, she taught in a country school.
Okay.
Gosh, I can't remember.
You're talking about
Your
I'm
Grandma
talking about
Albright?
Grandma Albright.
okay. Then did your mother? Did she attend school at Perkins High School? Did she go to high
Yes,
school
my
there?
mother taught.
Okay. And so
no, she attended high school.
Yes.
she went
and
to
she-
Perkins.
Attended Oklahoma State University.
know
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember what year your mother enrolled at Oklahoma A&M, Oklahoma State?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Around 1911.
1911, something
Somewhere
like
in the
that.
19,
Yeah,
maybe 19 teens. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know the story about how she enrolled at Oklahoma State? I mean, at that time, not very many women attended college.
That's right.
And was there a special story about how she decided to enroll at Oklahoma State?
That's right.
What's the story about Mom going to school?
About Grandma Gay?
She just told Grandpa she wanted to go.
Yes, he was,
Big on that.
there were 7 children in that family, and one was a doctor, one was a farmer, and one was a, I can't remember.
Salesperson.
What?
Salesperson.
Did
Sales.
Mm.
Sales. Mom.
Salesperson, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, did they? So she had some brothers and sisters went to college also then, because she said there was a doctor in the family.
Yes,
one of
she
her brothers.
did.
Uh-huh.
She had 2 sisters that went to college.
That was pretty unusual.
Geneva and Iris.
So 3 of the girls in the family went to college.
Family went to
How about
college.
Massey?
What?
Massey.
Massey didn't go.
Okay.
But that was pretty.
She got married.
Uh-huh.
Shame on her getting married.
But that's unusual for 3 of the girls. at that time, back in that era, to go to college.
It was.
Did do you remember what her major was?
Well, my mother,
Your mother?
my mother was a teacher.
Yeah.
And so she majored in education.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh-huh. Do you remember where she lived? Did she live on campus? Did she live in a sorority or in a residential hall?
Gosh,
I
that's kind of hard to remember.
don't remember that. I don't
okay.
remember that.
I believe she lived in a residence.
Did she ever talk to you, Ms. Dunn, about any of her OSU memories or OSU experiences? About time she was a student at Oklahoma State. Did she ever tell you about what she did or some of the activities?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, after she graduated, did she come back to class reunions and homecoming? And was she proud of being an Oklahoma State graduate? Did she try to get back on campus when she could?
No, I don't think she did. We moved to Kansas, Arkansas City, Kansas.
Do you remember, could you share a little bit of after she graduated from Oklahoma State, different places where she lived and where she taught school?
Well,
Did y'all live in Kingfisher?
what?
Kingfisher? Did you ever live in Kingfisher? I don't remember where Grandpa, they married. She married pretty young because she had your brother pretty.
Yeah.
So I remember he worked for the railroad, so I remember that.
I think in her later years she went to school here in Stillwater. And
Later years went to school here or taught? She
When
never
she was-
taught here. She never came here. I can't remember.
That's
I
okay.
can't get it straight, so
I was just
better-
trying to guess if she got her teacher's certificate
Yeah.
and she was a teacher.
Yes.
And she taught in different places.
Yeah.
And she
Did-
taught
did-
in Perkins,
Yeah.
and then she may have taught in Arkansas.
Okay.
I can't.
What level did she teach? Grade school or high school? Do you remember?
Grade
Well-
school.
Grade school
In those days they had the
up to the 8th grade.
Whole thing. They had the whole thing together.
had the whole thing together.
Right. Little
Okay.
country school.
She taught all the grades.
Okay. So she taught in kind of some of the country schools.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's talk about you a little bit, okay? Ms.
What?
Dunn, let's talk about you a little bit. Is that all right?
Okay.
Okay. Well, where did you grow up?
Perkins.
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 The family farm there in Perkins, or
Yes.
so did you?
My father had a truck farm.
Mm-hmm.
Truck farm.
Tell them how you got to college. How you raised money.
Huh?
How you raised money.
I think she's asking you
What
that.
did I do?
You did something to get some money to go to college. 'Cause you didn't have much money because you were farmers.
Well, I picked cotton and chopped cotton.
He also shooed the crows off the peanuts.
The what?
You shooed the crows off the peanuts.
Oh yeah, I shoot the crows off the peanuts.
You got
And
paid.
they were money for
You got paid to do that? Oh, that's good. All right.
Caw.
Was there any high school activities that you remember? And were you in sports or in drama or band or
Drama.
music or anything?
I like to give book reviews.
Drama
Okay,
Mom, in
uh-huh.
high school.
Guess you'd
in
call-
high school.
Okay.
Drama. I was in plays.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked
Great.
Did you sing
And I
at
like to
what-
dance.
Okay. Ms. Dunn, what caused you to go to Oklahoma State University? What influenced you to enroll at OSU?
Well, my mother had gone,
Mm-hmm.
and so she wanted me to kind of follow in her footsteps.
What year
She
did
was
you?
a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What year did you enroll? Do you remember?
When did I enroll?
1933.
You know more about, you remember those dates. I can't remember the
I'm a
dates.
date remember.
So you grew up, you went to school during the Depression at Oklahoma State. That was pretty hard times, and so
Yes.
how did you, other than shooting crows during school, how did you get money to attend OSU? Did you work part-time as a student or work in the summers or?
Yes, I worked for a lawyer,
Okay.
secretarial training, and went to school.
Mm-hmm.
And wore high heels.
And I wore high heels, yes.
Walked all the way to the campus.
What was your major?
Secretarial training,
Business,
Mhm.
kind of a business slash
Okay.
business,
administrative.
yeah.
Ms. Dunn, what do you remember about the OSU campus? Can you tell me about the buildings you remember and what the campus looked like when you were there in the 1930s?
Well, there weren't very many, there certainly weren't very many buildings there.
Where did you have most of your classes? In Morrill Hall, Old Central, or?
Moore Hall,
Mm-hmm.
Moore Hall. In the School of Business.
Mm-hmm. Because most of the business classes were taken there at Morrill Hall at that
Right.
time.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Were you involved in any school activities or organizations?
I don't believe so.
Did,
I worked and went to school,
Yeah, you probably did.
and that kept me pretty busy.
it kept you out of trouble too, didn't it?
Kept me out of trouble.
Did you
Okay.
get-
Where, did you live on campus?
No,
You drove back and forth from home, or?
yeah.
Right.
Okay. So you-
Walked.
I walked a lot. I walked to class a lot.
okay.
They did in those days. They didn't have so many cars on
There
the
were, how
campus
many cars on the campus?
like they do
Right.
now.
About 4.
During the day, I mean, did you go home every day? I mean,
Yeah.
so you did not stay in Stillwater at all?
No, she was in Stillwater. Yes.
Yeah,
She had a little apartment.
So you lived off campus in Stillwater in an
Yes.
apartment?
She
Okay.
worked.
yes, yes.
Do you remember where that was?
Hmm.
You probably don't, but I thought I'd just ask in case you did.
I think it was on Duncan.
I believe it was on Duck Street, wasn't it?
Duck? It was on Duck?
Uh-huh.
I bet maybe Trust didn't belong on that then.
What were some of the favorite student hangouts at that time where students would go? It was, did you go to swims at that time, or?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Campus corner?
Campus Corner. Swims. Actually, I didn't hang out a lot.
So you're busy working and going to class, huh?
Yeah.
Well, did you ever get anything? Was it Pop Gruder's?
What?
Was it Pop Magruder who had the food place there by where the student union is today? Did you remember that?
Did I remember what?
It's a food place, I don't know.
Okay, I thought you remember.
I
Pop
remember
Magruder.
swims and
When you went on all these dates, where did they take you?
what?
When you dated boys, where did they take you?
Where did they take me? Well, they took me to the theater.
Okay.
That's about all there was. in
Is
entertainment.
that the one right
And we
across?
went to dances.
And
They
dances?
have a dance hall over swims,
Yes. Okay. Uh-huh.
and we went to those.
Mhm.
I love to dance.
Oh, what was your favorite dance?
What?
What was your favorite kind of dance? You the waltz or what?
Waltz and the Charleston.
Oh, you did the Charleston?
She won a prize for,
Oh my gosh.
she won a prize for Charleston Dance contest.
Could you still do the Charleston today? You think you can still do it? We won't ask for demonstration, all right?
I love to dance.
Everybody got that from her.
Mm-hmm.
We all loved to dance.
Well, Ms. Dunn, what were some of the favorite social activities of students? You said they did dances.
Dances.
Did they ever get on the train and go out to what was the place north of Stillwater?
Yes. What was the name of that place?
I'm trying to think of it right now. But you get on the train and go out there and,
Yes.
and at the park and there.
Yes.
I can't think of that.
Did you ever go to Horse Thief Canyon?
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. That was by your hometown there, by Perkins.
Right,
I
right.
A lot of
sure
students
do
go down
remember
there.
that.
Mhm.
I remember that, yes.
Were there any student traditions in like they used to have the freshman beanies you'd have to wear? Did you have to wear a freshman beanie?
I don't believe I did.
Okay. Did,
messed up my hair.
Okay, well, maybe just the guys that did then. Did you ever hang out around Theta Pond? Was that a
Oh, yes.
place?
Yes, that was a nice place to be.
Sit and visit.
Uh-huh.
Did they still have the tug of wars? Where they used to have the tug of war across Theta Pond where they put the rope and team on each side would pull on it?
I don't think I did that.
Okay.
Oh, I did too.
All right.
Seems like I
kind
should.
of checking you out here. Well, what was Ms. Dunn? What was it like in the 30s? I mean, I guess most students didn't have a lot of money. Like I said, there wasn't cars. I mean,
No,
was it pretty tough to get by at that time?
it was pretty tough.
Mhm.
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of money, but I was determined to go, and I worked part-time for a lawyer.
Yeah.
How much did he pay you?
Oh, gosh. Well, I could pay my rent with it. I don't know how much he paid me, I don't remember, but it wasn't a whole lot.
But you didn't need a whole
It's
lot.
all
basically.
relative.
That's
depending
right.
on the
Yeah,
time.
it wasn't a whole lot.
Do you have some, as you look back on it, Ms. Dunn, are there some favorite memories, some special times you remember while you were at Oklahoma State?
Dancing at the swims.
So,
What?
dancing was one of your favorite memories?
Well, that's one of my favorite memories, but I remember one time I took speech, and I remember the teacher called on me to give a speech, and I gave one out of the top of my head, and she said, "That was very, very good."
So it was-
I remember that.
Right.
Did-
Impromptu, it's hard.
Did you go to any sports events, football or wrestling or basketball?
I went to some of those, but let's see.
Did you watch Henry Appa?
Hmm?
Did you watch Hank Appa? Hank Appa?
Yeah.
You knew him.
Did you enjoy wrestling? Did you watch Coach Gallagher and his team?
I watched it, but I'm not saying I particularly enjoyed it.
Okay.
Not basketball.
What year did you graduate from Oklahoma State?
She had an association degree, so I don't know.
So associate degree.
Associate.
Okay.
So,
So you went to school at OSU, what, 2 or 3 years then?
yeah, that's it. Got married
Okay.
and had babies.
Did you meet your husband at OSU or at Stillwater?
I did.
Was he a student at OSU?
Yeah, he was a graduate.
Uh-huh.
He's a student. Was he a student when you met him, or he
What?
went back later?
Oh, yeah, he did. He went back later.
He went to the Navy. Went
And what was your husband's name?
He was accountant, and
Warren.
his name was Warren Dunn.
Warren Dunn.
Was he junior?
I don't remember.
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
They called him Dunny at the golf course.
Called him Dunny.
He's a big golfer.
Ms. Dunn, what about, can you
He
kind of
was
share
an awfully good golfer.
a good golfer?
Oh, yeah. He had his picture in the big, the big book, the big annual books.
The Redskin yearbook?
Yearbooks. He was an awfully good golfer.
Now, you were telling me earlier he golfed with some OSU people.
I don't believe so.
All those Labor and Harris, all those
Right.
other
Oh, yeah,
guys,
Labor and
Jim
Harris.
Sheriffs,
Was he on the OSU golf team?
yeah.
So he golfed with Labor and Harris.
Yes.
He's a pretty famous person in OSU
Yeah.
history.
Sure.
Our first golf coach,
Right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure was.
Mm.
He was an awfully good golfer. He had trophies.
There's a lot of people he played, but I can't recall.
Well, Ms. Dunn, can you tell me a little bit about your life after you left OSU, your career and your life? What did you do after you left OSU? So you got married and then,
He got married and had a family.
and
Had 3 children, 2 boys and her. And
She was
I was
a
pretty active in
housewife all her life.
music clubs, and I gave book reviews.
Okay.
Gave a lot of book reviews around the state.
Okay.
And
Where are some of the places you lived in Oklahoma?
well, let's see now.
Perkins,
Huh?
Stillwater.
Well, Stillwater and
Perkins.
Perkins, and there were other places, but I can't seem to remember.
And your husband was was an accountant?
He lived
Yes.
in Texas.
Did he work for a company, or was he an independent practicing
He
accountant?
worked for the uh, the government.
Right.
Okay.
He lived in Texas for 4 years.
Yeah, he had a very good job.
Okay. Well, in addition to your daughter, who went to Oklahoma State, did either of your two boys attend OSU?
My older brother, Warren James Dunn.
Yeah, my older son went,
Here.
but Bill only went a couple of years.
Bill is a person in his own way.
Bill's my
He's an
younger
artist.
boy,
He's an
Okay.
artist.
William Clark Dunn.
He did not finish. He did not go to OSU.
But he attended school there a couple of years?
Yes.
Just didn't graduate? Okay.
He did.
Well, then how's attending Oklahoma State University, how did that influence your life? Was that an important time in your life?
Yes, I liked school. I liked college.
Mhm.
I liked English.
Atmosphere.
Huh?
The atmosphere.
That was my main.
Academia.
I liked history.
Mhm.
And, made pretty good grades.
Do you remember any teachers, any professors that influenced you and were important to you in your student development?
There was a teacher or two, but I can't seem to remember their names. Boy, there's a lot I can't remember.
There are old, I don't know who they do. Your English teacher, one of your business teachers.
I liked history and English. Those are my main subjects.
How special is it for you that in your family, 5 generations of your family have attended Oklahoma State University? Is that pretty special to have that many?
What did you say?
That you had 5 different generations in your family have attended Oklahoma State University, which is highly unusual. Is that a source of pride for you?
Oh, heavens. I think it's great. I tell everybody.
Good.
Yeah.
We brag. We're the brag people.
Yes, I'm real proud of that.
Well, in years past, and maybe even currently, does the family ever get together occasionally? If they do they talk about some of their OSU experiences through the years?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure.
Are there some favorite stories that they tell that you can share with us?
I can't seem to remember.
So what you leave out, I'll ask your daughter here later, okay? But I thought you might remember some funny stories about your time there, your mother's time there.
Yeah.
Was your just kind of going back to your mother again, Ms. Dunn? Did she ever talk about OSU to you? Was she proud to be an OSU graduate? Was she proud of the fact she had gone to school and had a college degree? And
Oh, yes, she was a wonderful teacher.
She's very,
Yeah.
education was very important.
Education
Yeah, ma'am.
really was important to her, and she used to take those little kids. Sometimes they'd come to school with dirty faces. She put them on her desk and cleaned them up.
that's great.
And of course, she was very popular with their parents.
Well, how do you feel about Oklahoma State University? At the time you went to school in 1933, I guess Dr. Bennett was president, is that right? Henry G. Bennett was president of Oklahoma State University while you were there?
What?
Yeah. Dr. Bennett.
Yeah, Dr. Bennett was your president.
Oh, yes, yes. Good one.
But good. But it's a small, they're just a few hundred, maybe a couple thousand students or so. Now we've got like 20 some odd thousand students.
Yes.
And are you proud about how OSU's grown over the years? And,
Oh, yes. I'm very proud of that. Yeah, and I remember Dr. Bennett.
well, if
He was a good man.
Did you ever get a chance to meet him? I understood that he met a lot of the students personally. Did you get a chance to meet him?
Yes, I did.
Mhm.
Yes. And I knew a couple of his sons.
And his granddaughter.
Henry and Oh dear, I forgot the
Well,
other.
his daughter married
Yes, yes,
Preston, Joe
yes,
Preston.
yes.
Her name was Liberty or something, his daughter.
They were very,
Yeah.
he was a very friendly, good with people.
Mhm.
Man,
And I think he and his wife Vera. And
What?
his wife Vera.
yes.
Vera Bennett, you meet her. She taught Sunday school class at the Baptist Church
Yes,
here in
she did.
town. Did you ever go to one of her Sunday school
I
classes?
don't think I did.
She's Methodist,
Oh,
United
yeah.
Methodist.
I'm a
Church.
Methodist.
Yeah, well, no wonder you didn't go to the Baptist Church then.
I knew
Okay.
granddaughter Vera Alma.
Yeah,
She went to school with me.
That's great.
they were good Baptists.
Right.
Well,
She's a good Methodist.
looking back over the years, Ms. Dunn, what do you remember most about your time at Oklahoma State University? I mean, that was a young time, formative time in your life. What did it mean to you? What do you remember about it?
Well, of course, I met my husband. That was
That's
a very
important.
important time.
Yes.
And I enjoy people.
Mhm.
And that was the main thing.
Have you? Did you go back to sporting events after years later?
No, I didn't. I didn't go back.
You and Dad didn't. Dad would go once in a while, but you didn't go much.
I didn't go back.
A lot of people come back. The family gets together for sporting events, go to homecoming
Yeah,
parades,
things
those
like
kind
that,
of things.
yeah.
Yeah, I came back.
Yeah.
Kind of stayed connected to OSU.
Yes.
Were you a member of the Alumni Association? I've got to ask that because I used to work with the Alumni Association.
I think Dad was. I think they got that back. I think Dad
Good.
was. I don't
great.
know. I don't know, but he took care of all the money stuff.
Yes,
You know,
he did.
was accountant. So I'm sure he was.
Ms. Dunn, what would you like to talk about that we didn't cover? I mean, is there some things about OSU that you remember you'd like to share, or is there anything you'd like to bring up we didn't talk about?
Well,
What did you encourage your kids to go to school and your grandkids to go to school at Oklahoma
Oh, yeah.
State?
oh boy, did I. I sure did. I thought, you just can't get a really good job without an education. You just have to have it anymore.
So one of the things I think you mentioned is real valuable to your family, to your parents, to you and your brothers and sisters, and then to your kids was education.
Yes.
It was real key to
Very
that.
important.
Mm-hmm. Was done. I really appreciate it. It's great to get a chance to visit with you and kind of share your stories about Oklahoma State, and it's just a privilege for me to get a chance to visit with someone that's part of a 5-generation OSU family.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.